Summertime is generally a season for many people looking to improve themselves. Connor Chan has more on how to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Heather Reid joins me, a registered dietitian from Revive Wellness. First off, Heather, thank you very much for joining me.
My pleasure.
So now that we're into the summertime, a lot of us want to focus on getting healthy. So what are some of the best ways that we can keep ourselves healthy during the summer?
So it's really taking it one step at a time. Lots of people will try to go on a kind of a crash diet, and those really end up blowing back on us. As soon as you try to cut your metabolism, we have something called leptin in our body, and that kind of goes back at us and it says, oh my goodness, you're trying to lose weight, and it really fights against us. We go back to that fight or flight, and we go back and it tries to go back against us, and we say, no, don't lose weight. So you have to take it one step at a time and just really make small changes and enjoy the summer as well. So it's making those small changes, saying, do I need a second helping? Have I had a balanced meal? And how full am I and how hungry am I? And really listening to those internal cues as well.
You know, like I mentioned, with people wanting to get that summer body, there are those trends, like the keto diet's been pretty popular as well, and other certain fads as well. I know a lot of people do, you talked about it, people speed up the process a bit. Is that a good thing for people, not only to just mostly do those types of trends, or is it mostly just, is it right for them?
Yeah, so there's no really one right diet for some. Some people will lose weight off the bat, but then as soon as they start eating normally again, because we do have cravings, our body will start to say, oh my goodness, I really want that. I use this metaphor a lot, especially since I have kids. If I gave my kids a room full of toys and I said, you can play with any toy in here except that rock, what is the thing that the child's going to want to play with? The rock. As soon as you do that with a diet, say you can eat anything except carbohydrates, your body will start to want to eat those carbohydrates. So it's really about including everything into the diet and making those healthy choices. So it's about having a bit of variety and really about including colors. So our diet needs a lot of colors. So the blueberries, the cherries, all of those types of things as well, and not avoiding anything.
And what most people, I sometimes tend to forget, including myself, is that this is not a quick fix. These things will take, it's a long-term process.
Exactly. It's a marathon. So we need to be doing changes that we're going to include in our rest of our lives. So I always ask someone, would you feed this to your child? Would you put your child on a ketogenic diet? Would you put your child on an Atkins diet? And they say, well, no. Would you feed your child those shakes? No. So then why are you feeding it to yourself? Treat your body like you would treat your child's body.
Now that people are starting to get back to somewhat of a normal life because of the pandemic, from life in quarantine, being inside all the time, sometimes there were some of us that maybe forgot about, the whole nutrition aspect of it. I guess what's some best ways that those people can get back on track to living a healthy life?
Once again, looking at your kind of hunger and fullness. So thinking, am I hungry? What have I eaten today? And how full am I? And then also, what do I want to be eating? And then making sure you're getting that balanced diet. So breakfast, number one, having a good breakfast, making sure you're having protein. As Canadians, we typically miss protein in our breakfast, might have a bit at lunch, and then have a lot of protein at supper. And we need to spread it out throughout our day. We can't actually store protein. We think our muscles are a storage of protein, but it's not a quick way that we can burn protein. So we need to have that spread throughout the day.
If people want to live a better life, if they want some help or guidance, how can people find that?
So talking to a dietitian, we go to school for 5 to 6 years. We have that internship. We are the experts. Dr. Google, if you put that in, it's one of the most Googled thing is nutrition or weight loss, but really talking to an expert and letting them see what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, because we can make those small changes that will lead to a lifetime success, not just a quick weight loss that you'll end up having a rebound weight gain that may be more than you actually did lose in the first place.
Well, Heather, I really appreciate your time, and thanks very much for joining us.
My pleasure.